Alright, so, do you guys remember?
Very little, as a general.
I
I think
remember.
we're about to raid an orc camp. At least to, tickle some guards.
Yeah. No, we're taking them.
I think the fact that we've got half a party here means, we're just going to level up that much quicker.
Possibly. So,
Let's go possibly.
Wait,
I think we know what the other possibly is.
that's of course whether or not you actually wish to engage.
Well, I was willing to engage when we had sleep, the greatest of the sleep makers. But I don't see how we're going to pull this off now with 3 pure fighters. We're going to end up
Well, excuse me.
unless.
You do have the other other 3 characters here that you guys will just control them as NPCs.
Ah, well, see, I think if we start with like a sleep spell, then like maybe we have a chance. We sneak in, we coup de grace these guys, and if there's like too many bad guys, we run. But if we can kill them while they're sleeping,
So you can see 3 orcs.
yeah.
They are runty orcs, so they are probably close to just under 6 feet tall, maybe 5'10", we'll say, give or take. They're none of them are wearing
Damn
armor.
giants.
None of them are wearing armor, but you do notice that there are more tents than 3.
Yes.
And the size of the tents is significant, especially the large tent. And there are a number of fire pits, including the one large one in the middle, plus a few scattered around.
I'd feel better about this if we also had a web or entangle spell.
Not at your level.
Ah, I just said I'd feel better. I'm not saying I expected it.
Well, yeah. So
So whilst you guys have a little bit of, excuse me, you guys are they're unaware of you at the moment. This much is obvious. Otherwise, they would probably be attacking you at this point in time.
do we reckon we could sneak down to the bottom of the map, which I'm going to label south for some reason, and then across,
Standard?
like sneak across that bottom bridge, maybe go around the bottom hill, and then sneak up on one of the tents, cut our way into the back of the tent, and see what's inside it? Because if they're all sleeping, listen at the outside of the tent, see if anybody's sleeping inside the tent, kill people who are sleeping inside the tent, take their heads, leave. I don't know.
I'm more inclined to try and collapse the large tent on top of its occupants, setting
And set
fire to it,
Can you
Okay.
see the large tent from where you are?
and the dog orc.
Yes.
Scroll out. So you'll notice that there is
Yep.
another orc now.
Ooh, we should hide.
He is a large orc.
Definitely hiding.
So this one is
I will
wearing,
take cover in the shade of the mighty testicles of my companion.
So this one is
That's got to
wearing,
be minus 20 to hide, right?
Sure. This one is wearing leather, just like scrapped together leather, which haphazardly forms some either suit of armor or at least clothing. He is maybe close to 7 feet tall. Someone exhaled loudly.
Yeah.
Then.
That was Zell, I'm pretty sure.
He is close to 7 feet tall, and he has in his right hand, kind of dragging it sort of along the ground. It's not, but it's a large axe. The head of the axe is probably at least the size of your chests. And he comes out.
Sorry, our chest or a standard fantasy female protagonist's chest?
Not that big. No axe is that
Okay.
big.
So it can be wielded one-handed, is what you say.
This guy has very large, ropey muscles. He looks to be a hell of an orc. He is the Arnold Schwarzenegger of Rockdom. Of orcdom. He comes out anyway over to this orc, and this one cowers as he approaches.
I think we should call the big orc Other Barry.
Other Barry. So this one orc here, the little orc, starts cowering as he approaches, and you can see and hear that this large orc is remonstrating and chastising the small orc, and he, with his left hand, backhands this orc quite significantly and knocks the other orc down to the ground. The other two orcs both back off a little bit as this is happening. He is not too good at the moment. This one. And he will start to back off as well. The other one, the big orc, will follow it up, and he starts remonstrating further again, pointing to the bodies.
This is our opportunity. We should sneak up on the tent now. No?
If you want, how hard did the small orc get hit?
He hit the ground, but he was also cowering. So it was a loud strike. You heard it from where you are.
Given,
you are close to 200
fair
feet
way.
away.
Given my lack of wisdom but decent intelligence, do I get the sense that kind of blow would have done a lot more damage to one of us?
No.
And so the orc's a lot tougher than we are, or...
The orc, you think, is tougher than you, and one-on-one, he would probably take any of you out in a single fight.
The weedy orc is the
Oh
one.
no, the weedy orc, he is probably on par with maybe the elf in the party, etc. Or saying that, you've got, not all of you are particularly healthy or fit individuals. You do the best you can with what you have, what the egg gods gave you.
Poor nutrition. Poor nutrition.
Poor nutrition indeed. So look, the small orcs, they're orcs. It's definitely survival of the fittest with them. But the runty orcs get the runty jobs, and you do know, all of you know enough about orcs to know that there is definitely a pecking order within them, and the large orcs rule by strength and by fear. The small orcs are still warriors, and one-on-one with a regular militiaman, they would probably beat a regular militiaman who is moderately trained.
So basically, we should envision English football fans, and we've more or less got the entire society and culture of the orcs.
Maybe, yes.
I hadn't noticed the damage Weedy had taken before, so I do appreciate that now.
Cool. You saw his health bar?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, so it was a not insignificant blow. That weedy guy backs off a bit again and is followed up. You'll hear that yes, he is remonstrating. He is remonstrating quite loudly. Barks, whistles, growls, general orc rantiness.
Yep. Cool.
You understand what he's saying when he speaks up particularly loud, Mark, and he is talking about the rest of the tribe. He says something about the rest of the tribe, in particular about the chosen one.
Maybe they're out and he has to prepare the food while they're away. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
I'm making up a story.
How do we feel about trying to sneak up the top and collapse the tent, set it on fire?
Yeah, while they're distracted. I say we do. That sounds like fun.
Yep.
Alright, so I am going to provide access to these tokens to some of you. So who wishes to control Caradwen, which is normally Craig's character?
Remind me, class.
Is that the elf?
That's the
That'd be the red, the one in red on down the bottom. Oh.
Yep.
Zell does.
Sure.
Alright. So you should now be able to move that token.
Alright.
We then have the other one, which is Lensa, who wishes to control Lensa.
Okay, so we're going for the...
Lensa
So
is
just
the
confirm,
thief.
we're going for the big tent?
Yeah, big tent.
Yeah. So
Alright.
Talsi, I think, wants to control.
Alright, so Talsi can control Lensa, so she is the Elven Thief. You should be able to control her, Talsi.
Ah, I see. I get health bars as well. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Alright, so Lensa has a longbow and a long knife, and I believe that Ceridwen basically just has, let me just pull up her character sheet, has, what weapons he has given her. She has a sickle and a chakram.
Nice.
Right. And she is the spellcaster. She has sleep prepared. Alright, there is a bit more communication between these orcs carrying on, and I use the term communication loosely. It escalates quite significantly.
Sneak over here.
While we're next to the stones here,
And I was just about to say, the large orc grows weary and cuts the other orc in twain.
Oh,
Oh, that
bonus
is
meat.
help the odds.
Do I have anything interesting from the large rune-carved menhir next to me?
It is one of the many obelisks that dot the valley of the obelisks. They are
Yep.
about 15 to 20 feet high.
Yep.
That particular one is just over 20 feet. They occasionally, on certain nights, the runes will glow blue, pale blue. No one knows the reason why they exist or what they do.
Okay.
They are just an enigma.
We will chip bits off and carry them with us later.
Alright.
Whoa.
Apparently the one within Sumberton tastes slightly salty. Legend has it that an orc licked it once.
And let's
Only
get
slightly salty.
How voracious is this river?
It's not very... It's more like a creek.
Excellent. So we probably don't have to cross at one of those bridges then.
No.
All right. Let's go right up the top then. In fact, if there is any more like cover that we could get behind rather than cross the river sort of up here, I guess we could circle a bit further out. Maybe wait until the big orc's gone back in his tent. Oh, he has already.
Sounds good.
FYI, you can use the arrow keys.
Arrow keys
Yeah.
to move.
You can see me moving, right?
Yep, you can use the arrow keys to move once you have selected it.
Huh.
Can you not see me moving?
I just see you move in like large chunks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, all right. Let's send the elf across. She's nimble and sneaky. Sneak. Show us the way.
So Lensa goes across.
Yeah, this one.
There's
Sneaky.
two L's. So your... Alright, let me pull up her character sheet. Alright. I take it that she has a longbow out since that's her better weapon. She is physically weak, but fairly dexterous. Alright, so she can easily go across. The water comes up maybe to her mid-shin. It's not particularly fast. It's just a gentle little stream, creaky type thing.
Is it
Has a few
cold
reeds.
coming down from the mountain melt?
Oh yeah, it's definitely cold. Has a few reeds, etc. in it, but she can move across without too much of a noise.
All right. Let's fill her up then.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to hang back for the moment.
Alright.
Gonna guard the retreat very well. Do you have a ranged weapon, Dan?
No. Good question. I have... my cutting wit.
Oh, dang it. Get a ranged weapon when we're back in town.
What? Just because I'm mostly unarmed?
Yeah.
You've got a rancer.
Oh no, at rage I meant. If I'm just using my wit, I'm not particularly well armed.
No.
All right. Shall we all move up to this tent, take it down, and actually, does someone have a torch?
This is a good question.
I believe.
I mean, is this campfire? How do I click on stuff to ping it?
You just hold down the left mouse button.
Ah, that is that lit?
That is not
I
lit
have a
at the
flint
moment.
and steel, and I have torches.
So that's the only one that's lit.
Grail would allow.
There are two that are lit. Over here. And over here.
Oh. Ah. Dang it.
If Grail would allow, I was happy to pass my flint and steel to someone who's not the half bastard.
No, I've got
fine.
torches.
Not a problem.
Okay. Well, if Al has one. By the way, I assume you can see my slightly altered name.
Yes.
Good.
Thought I had low expectations.
Well, this is going to be hard to pull off then.
I might also add I do have a couple of pints of oil.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that'll actually be much easier to do than I thought. All right. So you should carry the 2 pints of oil out in your hands.
Yep.
We'll go knock the tent down. You'll throw the oil on, and someone else will start the fire. I'm saying Lensa. She seems like she's handy, and there's somebody moving around out there.
I'm happy to knock down the poles if we need someone stronger
It's
to
a
do that.
short bow person. We should hide.
Alright, so this guy
We'll definitely
comes
attempt to
out,
hide.
he's about 6 foot tall, seems to be a slightly bit bigger than the runts at the fire and the bodies, wearing a male shirt, has a short bow slung over his shoulder. He moves out, stretches, spits on the ground, scratches himself, and then he starts moving over to this body that he then starts prodding not so gently with his foot. Indeed, that one there. Starts prodding it with his foot. Then he leans down, picks it up, looks at grips it by the chin and the neck, rolls it around a bit, and then casts it derisively to the ground and starts wandering back towards the big tent.
Oh, excellent. He's also in the big tent.
Nice.
They seem dangerous.
Get at least 2 of the bastards.
At which point, you guys would lose sight of him.
Excellent. All right, let's sneak up on this tent again.
I'm moving across here so that I'm on this side of the river to assist.
Sure.
All right, ready to enact this?
Okay, so who's got the oil? Who's got the
Who's
torch?
doing what?
You've got the oil.
Yep.
Okay. Lensa's got the torch. Okay. Or the flint and steel in this case, because surely we can just set fire to oil. You need a torch to do that.
I have both of those things.
Okay. Well,
Maybe
you
torch
wanna
might
light
be
a
quicker.
torch then? Yeah.
Grail.
Indeed, yep.
From where I am, what do I reckon my chances are of piffing a lit torch without it extinguishing?
To the tent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are about 40 feet. You're a very strong lad. You would
I
be able
am.
You would be able to get it close. It's not aerodynamic.
Yep.
It may go out. You'd have to find out, I guess. But yeah, you reckon that you could probably make the distance?
How ballsy do we feel, and/or do we want to create an impromptu fire arrow for the archer?
I think we should just run up and set fire to it. Like, if we're going to knock it down, we got to be right up there anyway.
Yep.
And if we want to put oil on it, we're going to have to be right up there. So if I run in and knock down, like, over here, clicking, and then if...
I'll knock down there, or here?
if you knock down, that one.
That one?
Yeah. If you
Yep.
knock down there, and then we have this elf, knock down, like, here, ours is going to throw oil on it, and then you're going to light it. Or we can have Lensa light it. Give her the torch, and Lensa can light it. Okay, so we all run up together. That's our plan. So I'm going to go knock this down, like smash out this post. This person is going to smash out this post. Den's going to smash out this post.
That's not my name.
What's your character's name?
I thought Al had low expectations. He's going to knock down that post.
Your name is Jaquan.
Oh, no. My character's name. My name is. I thought Al had low expectations.
All right, so shall we do this?
5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. I mouth Leroy Jenkins.
Sweet.
Who is this Leroy Jenkins you speak of?
My grandfather.
Alright, and you leap into action. Running across the very large rock formations. Parkouring, if you will. Alright. You assume your positions around the tent.
Oh, we assume our positions, alright.
Alright. So, who is doing what first? Are you just randomly starting to hack at tent supports?
We do not have a good way to indicate otherwise, so
Yeah.
yes.
We just smash when we arrive, so hopefully
Yep.
it's pretty even. Maybe the elf gets there first and she's the fastest, but hopefully
Sure.
Al's is right behind pouring oil on it, and we're like...
Archer having got there first is good because that gives her a moment to light the torch.
No, we already lit the torch.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
You get out there and you start hacking into ropes and kicking down support struts and the like, and the tent starts to unravel and collapse in upon itself. It seems to be working quite well. Oil is getting splashed upon the tent. Just the single vial.
The single...
Two
So
dollars.
it's a flask, I should say, yep. So the two flasks, right, you start splashing them onto the tent. You can hear from within there is a considerable amount of yelling.
And set it on fire! Wait.
There is some ambient yelling happening.
That's alright. Not a problem. Alright, let me just move a few guys around. Alright. The tent collapses mostly. Someone roll a d6 for me, please.
I think Al is the choice for that.
That's right. Are we
Alright.
high or low?
Just roll a d6.
Just roll d6. Alright.
Slash roll D6 Al.
Okay. Slash roll 1d6. That's pretty good. Or possibly pretty bad.
No, that is pretty good.
I think you'll find it's a number.
It is.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
And it's a number between 1 and 6, yes. You have managed to knock out 5 of the main supports for this tent.
Ooh,
Out of the
that's
6, and you've knocked them out to the point that they collapse very, very quickly. The tent is now seems to have some shapes moving around underneath the structures. There's 2 of them in particular. You can hear yelling, etc. At this point, we'll consider that tent is now effectively flat-ish.
Can Lenza set fire to it?
She can. You will notice, though, that these orcs, because of the ruckus, and you notice that the one with the short bow had come back out, start looking over in that direction. Lenza can set fire to it, but we are now getting into initiative, which means you guys have the initiative.
Right.
Lenza can set fire, not a problem. Alright, so, Mark, what are you doing?
Well,
You notice
seeing
There are
Lenza...
3 orcs on their way over.
I'm going to throw one of my kapingas at this one.
Alright, so that is a fair distance for your Kapinga to travel. 45 feet.
What's the distance on a kapinga?
That's going to be long range.
Ooh.
So it's going
That's
to be
rough.
-1 to hit.
That's okay. I go roll d20.
Do you like my fire, Grail?
It's very good. In fact, I was going to do something similar, so you've got there ahead.
I thought I'd save you time.
16.
Oh, I've already done it. Excellent.
Cool.
He's on the armor 9. That's
Yep.
2.
The Kapinga will strike him. It will hit. So you can roll
so
your damage
then I
against him.
want
He is
to-
unarmored as well, so you get the bonus damage against unarmored enemies.
which means that I do +3. So that's 7.
Alright. So, that strikes him square in the face. And he is horribly dead. Alright,
Nice.
so after that we've got Hypatia. How do you pronounce it again?
Hypatia.
Hypatia is up.
Cool. I could do a similar thing and try and
Just change your name. Dang it.
It's kind of what it's there for.
Okay, so he's at 40 foot. That means I could go maneuver over here and also chuck throw a chakram at the other weedy orc.
Alright,
Nice. We're picking on the weedy ones.
Well, you know, this way we can concentrate on that jerk. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming it's also difficult.
yep, -1 to hit.
Okay, what's now considering my dex is 10? That's
Alright, that chakram flies. Actually, that wasn't you. That was, I haven't seen a dice roll yet.
yeah. I'm about to
Yep.
about to roll. I just roll D6. I mean D20.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do. You also have in your toolbar to the top left corner of the screen a D20. You can click on that and you can pick a dice to roll.
Yes. I might do that.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing I miss.
You miss and then some.
Mm.
Alright, Joanne, you are up.
Is there a nearby shape in front of me moving under the tent?
There is, but the tent is on fire between you and him. You probably wouldn't be able to reach him. He's more in the middle.
Oh, so there's nothing moving closer that I could skewer with my rancer.
Not unless you wish to step forward onto flaming tarpaulin.
That has been something I've longed to do all my life, but I'm somehow going to pass that opportunity by...
Man, some people, when faced with a burning floor, don't step into it.
And
What do you think? Is this some sort of a corporate training exercise?
Yeah. 5, 10, 15.
Join me. The smell of burning flesh is mediocre.
I'm going to start moving around this way.
Sure. Lenses is in the process of lighting the fire this round, so she's still like spreading it as we
Yep.
go. Caradwin.
Caradwin. Remind me what Caradwin actually does again?
She's
She
got a
is-
slip spell?
She's an elf, so she is the elf character class rather than an elf something. So she has a sleep spell memorized currently. She also has a chakram and a sickle.
Chakram seems good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, because I'm thinking we want to wait till other things turn up before we actually use the sleep spell, because I believe it's a radius
Yep.
area effect.
Also,
Okay.
remember you get +2 to using a chakram if you shout the name of the car manufacturer.
Oh.
Okay, so the question is, where it actually currently is that still an egg one?
Oh
Or
no,
is...
that's well out of range.
Okay, so she'll have to close to where my actual character is.
Yes.
So here, closer.
So that's out of range probably. So she might need to move forward a little bit further.
Yeah, this could be interesting. It'll be fine.
Alright, so she's in range but still at long range, so -1 to hit.
Yeah, I don't want to get any closer. Alright. Yeah!
Alright. She's nervous being this close to orcs, and it shows. Her sweaty palms grip the chakram, throw it straight into the fire pit in front of her. She gets covered in
Oh.
ash. Alright.
How much damage
It's
does the
camouflage.
fire pit
Look,
take?
bomb.
Well,
Bomb.
consistent.
The fire pit is toast.
Is toast or is good for making toast?
Both, but at the moment it's cold, so probably not the second. Alright, at this point in time, this orc over here, the one that's close, is going to move up. And with a burst of speed, he manages to get close. swinging. Do you guys see my dice rolls?
Yes.
Yes.
7.
Alright, cool.
So there is a GM roll.
Yes, but I roll in the open.
Cool.
So that's good that you see it. Alright, he swings with his cleaver covered in the blood of the bodies that he's been hacking up. He misses, he snarls, he spits, he mentions something in his unmentionable language, which Mark identifies as elf. Orcs don't really like elves.
I do love their love
Yeah,
poetry.
That's their formal greeting for elves.
Orcs don't like anything.
They like
Even other orcs.
they like meat.
Alright,
Mayhem.
moving quite fluidly, the orc with the short bow unslings it from his back. He is quite clearly a skilled archer.
Uh-oh.
Notches an arrow and lets loose with the arrow.
Preemptive medic!
However, he is at short range as well, so +1 to hit.
Ooh.
Danger zone.
Alright,
15.
Ooh.
Your AC is pretty good though, right?
My AC is... I think it's apparently 3.
Oh, nice.
Is that enough? That might be
AC
just
of
short.
3. Alright, so
Maybe.
he has...
I still don't remember how that works.
So this is the way it works. Whenever you have any dice modifiers,
Yep.
modify the actual die roll. So
Okay.
the group that I run it for in real life, they're always trying to modify the target numbers, and that's when it gets confusing. Just modify
Yep.
the target roll. So he had
Okay.
+1 to hit, making that a 16.
Yep.
Okay, then you just subtract
The AC.
the AC. So
12.
you don't
13.
subtract that. Sorry, you
Add it.
subtract it from. No, you subtract 20 from it. So, or his stacko from it. So his stacko was 19. So I subtracted your AC of. I subtracted the target roll of 16, which means he hits AC of 3.
Just. Perfect number.
All right,
Right.
Cool.
6 points of damage. Thunk.
Have you got 7 health? Al?
Yep.
Nice.
So if you select your character's icon at this point, your token, sorry, at this point, and you'll notice
The
that
green one?
yep, there's a you can you can modify that, and that will take your hit points down.
Ooh. Okay.
Why have you got a
Is
die?
that right?
No, that's
No.
not right. Hang on.
Apparently, you could drag dice from the rolls
Yep.
onto people.
There you go. All right, so that was a fair blow.
Yeah.
That arrow really got in, just like Mrs. Marsh's ink into the chalk. All right, new round. Hypatia, you're up.
Revenge?
Mm.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay, let's see. What AC 7. Alright, let's do something stupid. By something stupid is... let's see.
Go to
How
a
do you-
Taylor Swift concert?
No, I was actually going to figure out how to... Is there... What's the ranging device here? Is that rule thing?
Yep, the ruler.
It is 50 foot from you to him.
Yep.
Cool.
So you could walk up 30 feet and through your other thing, I guess.
Yep.
Except that's still out of...
You're also 1 hit point
is-
away from having to make a
yeah.
save versus death.
Do you want him to
Maybe kill the cleaver guy? Stay back?
mark the hit points? So, with the hit points, so I have 8 hit points. So there's, if you click on yourself with the
I've just done it on
cursor.
You've taken
Ow.
you've taken hit points down.
What?
Oh,
Mark?
Yeah, I know. Oh. I was just checking to see if I could do it.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Alright, so I can either take out the weedy orc and you guys can deal with the other one, and I might hopefully not die. Probably. Maybe. We'll see.
Okay.
You do what you want to do, man.
You do you.
Well, we prioritize. What do we want to do? We want to take the chaff?
Yeah, like, man, seriously, make your decision. I say kill.
I'm pretty sure concentrate on the ads is the
Yeah, that's
advice.
what I heard. Concentrate on that. That's...
Okay, by the ads you mean the plebs.
Yeah.
No, I have no
Save the
idea
elf.
what they were being
Elf.
said. I just know that was the advice given.
Save the elf.
Okay,
Save
I'm
yourself.
gonna want to.
You're on 1 hit point, 1 more hit point, and you need to make a save versus death.
Also,
Death and glory, mostly death.
It's
Now-
against his character
Do I
religion.
have to worry about threat ranges here in this edition?
No, what are you trying to do?
He wants to move
One
close
up so I
and
can hit him with my sword.
Well, move yourself up next to him and roll a d20.
Okay, let's do this.
So remember-
Can I? Okay, that's better.
That's a crit, double damage.
I should have charged that son of a bitch.
Nah.
There's no charging rules.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know,
that is
charging's pretty stupid. Since
fine. In that case, yeah.
Amex,
Someone else gets to deal with the
Visa, and
short bowman.
MasterCard disagree.
Short bow orc. Cool. Criticals, is that double damage?
Yeah.
so roll your damage. So just roll your damage as normal, and then you just multiply it by 2.
Okay. Alright. That which would be... I didn't declare it, so I'm assuming I'm hitting with a sword, because it'd be kind of stupid to not be... Actually, it
Yeah.
was a sword, because I've got a maximum AC, so... Roll 2 of them, plus...
Just roll once, because you're only rolling 1 dice, and then you double. Then you're multiplying it by 2. Don't roll twice. So your arming sword, is that what you're attacking with?
Alright. Yep.
1d8.
Okay! This is averaging out. So that's plus 6, so that's a
13.
lot of damage.
So 28 points of damage.
Yeah.
Alright, so he's 6 hit points, diminish. And you
Does he come back to life 4 times?
So they can die again? Inside him finds a smaller orc, cuts that one in half.
you know what?
Babushgork.
Yeah, bush orc.
Your blow is so powerful that you've actually cast him back as well. 5 feet, and his head's ended up. Over
Nice.
there.
I'd like you all to appreciate my name change again.
Alright,
Yeah.
Hypatia has sought out some revenge and has done it. So Jaquan, so remember, you roll the dice to find out what you hit,
Yep.
and you subtract what you rolled from your Thaco, which the first level is 19.
Nice.
Nice.
What are you doing, Jaquan? There's one
I
orc
am
left on the
going
field of battle,
to...
and there's 2 large shapes moving inside the flaming...
Oh, sorry. Would I be able to reach them from here, the shapes inside?
No, I'll show you where they are. There's
Yep.
one about here,
Yep.
and there's one about here.
Just get ready in case they come out.
If I moved here with my Rancer, would I be able to stab here?
Yes, I'll give you a shot at that one at -1 to hit due to
Cool.
you trying to avoid flamey goodness.
More than fair. You're a gentleman.
That's okay. Go for it.
Oh, nice.
All right. You have struck.
What's the... That's a critical if you're a fighter.
It
isn't
is. Yep.
Nice.
So I'll just roll the damage and then we'll double it.
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh. Nice. 14.
So 14 damage. All right. He is still moving, however.
Ooh,
There
that's bad.
is quite a deal of blood. You hear a howl. It's a very loud howl. It's seems to be, you would think, Mark, a challenge of some description. Lenser is up.
Lenza is going to shoot her bow at this guy. Archery contest.
From where
I've
she is,
just-
she cannot see.
I've just done a
because of the fire.
small note there. I hope that's all right.
She might move behind these guys to get line on him. Or in line.
So the reason she can't see is because you didn't knock the tent completely down. Plus, there are
Down,
two
right.
very large shapes moving inside, and she is only about 5.5 feet tall at most.
Yeah, okay.
Elves,
Well,
elves are
then
short.
moving around here, knocking an arrow. Wait up, sorry, since I haven't actually moved her, she can move 35 feet.
Yep. She's going to take us. She's going to take us a
6, 7. Yep.
pot shot.
And yeah, just take a pot shot at the other archer.
She has a longbow, +1 to hit for
Archer
short
fight.
range.
D20 +1. Does she have any dex modus?
She does. She has. Let me have a look at her character sheet over here. She has a dex of 17, giving her +2 bonus to hit.
Novice.
So +3 all told.
Natural 1.
She takes a point of damage.
Ow! My finger.
So remember, when you guys are taking damage as well, record your hit points damage upon your character sheet.
Alright.
On the character sheet.
So do it both, because these tokens are only on this map.
Oh yeah, not persistent.
Yep.
Right. Unfortunately, I can't update her character sheet.
No,
But
I'm updating her character sheet right now.
But Al can update his.
Yep. Because the hit points on the character sheet are only listed in one spot, put your actual maximum hit points in parentheses or brackets or something to denote that that is your maximum. And then put like a slash and then the number you're on. If that makes sense.
Yep. So you have 5/8 of a hit point, for instance.
Something like that, yes. Alright, so she takes a point of damage. Basically, she takes it from overextending herself, stress, bumping into somebody. She may have trodden on something, etc. She might have bumped
the
into
shaft of the arrow breaks. Stabbed her in the-
or she might have taken the haft of Jakar's, rents her to the face as she's come around.
I am swinging it pretty wildly.
And you were kind of exultant in getting such a good strike. And so Lenza takes a point of damage and a black eye. Caradwin.
Caradwin, does Caradwin have any other spells prepared?
She has sleep, and that is all. She gets 1 spell at first level.
Awesome. So she has no ranged weapons remaining, and she has 1 spell.
That's it.
Does she have any herbalist/medical training?
No. Nope.
Well, in that case, she should definitely see to Al.
She probably should.
Did I give
She
myself
could go knock the rest of the tent down. Like there's one
What?
peg remaining.
Can we mark where the last
Look at
post
the
is?
tent to our left. Sorry, our west.
Yeah, start knocking that tent down. That's right next to us.
Yeah, she can start going for that.
I mean, it's up to Al, but
Yeah.
that's just a suggestion.
I mean, what do you want her to do else?
Well, she's kind of useless at this range, so yeah.
The story of Caradon's life. Right, so Caradon can move up to the tent and start trying to knock it down. Not a problem.
Let's move there. Let's try a bit of stay out
Alright.
of sight.
The last remaining orc that's out and about doesn't seem to care that he's the last remaining orc, and he's going to put an arrow.
Wait a sec. Oh, do I get to go?
Oh, you
Sorry?
should do. Sorry, my apologies. Yep.
I'm going to do my job.
You're just going to encourage him, Graham.
Owls.
Thank you.
My initiative tracking failed. I'm trying to use something different than I normally do. So you're trying to hit. Did you say?
Yeah, that is what I'm trying to do.
All right.
Which would be 5 if that is successful.
You rolled a dice, did you? Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. So yep, it's fine. Successful.
5 points. Hells.
Yay.
Don't
Nearly
die.
full.
All right. So this orc with the bow decides that he doesn't like competition, and he is going to engage in a archery duel.
Oh no. That's
And he puts an arrow wide. At this point, then, he will yell at the top of his voice as well. And, Mark, you know that he's calling for reinforcements.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's yelling out, F, attack.
Seems bad. Seems bad, guys.
Alright, just let me check something here.
What, my part of the plan went off beautifully.
Alright. From inside the tent come two large figures. They have managed to get themselves out.
Ooh.
Seems bad.
Alright.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they have actually suffered a bit of burns to them. Let me
Ow.
just go here. This guy is actually not looking too good at all.
Sorry, I'll delete that, Grey.
What did you say? What did you delete?
I deleted the owl that I dragged on top of him. Basically, Talsi's rethinking his thoughts of running Roll20 with me invited.
Oh, I've got some things to show you later on. Anyway, this second one, he's even bigger than the first one. So the one over here, the one's got the giant club, he is probably 7.5 feet tall. He's hunched. He's deformed. His face looks to be covered in tumors. His hands are massive. He's obviously got some form of gigantism. He's got massive fangs, etc. He's
Gigantism or partially giant parentage?
No, either or. It's hard to tell. Probably gigantism. He's a deformed, hunched orc. If he stood fully straight, he'd probably be close to 8 feet tall. And he has a small tree which he's dragging, and he looks to be completely unhinged. The first one comes out and he starts looking around, and he spies you. So the one with the large axe, who is seriously wounded, is he spies you. The other one over here, who's the large mutant kind of one, doesn't seem to notice anything at the moment except rage. All right, new round. Jaquan, you're up.
Right.
Let's take it.
I'm just wondering how long it would take me to kill Mark, drape his skin, and pretend.
Ages.
I know, man. Do you have ranks in taxidermy? I think not.
He only needs taxidermy if he wants to.
Yeah,
keep
long
it for a long
term.
term.
Yes. In terms of meat puppet, it works just fine. Okay. Can I... No, my Rancer is two-handed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just eyeballing. Seems bad.
Alright, what are you doing?
I am going to...
Owls will back you up, man.
Hell yeah. Death of Glory.
Really? Okay, sure. Sure.
Hey, if we're gonna go in, we're gonna go balls to the wall. Or something. I don't know.
It's balls to
Oh,
the
wait.
orc that I'm more concerned about at this point.
Like balls, I mean, I'm
Oh, Grit! You just on fire!
You are figuratively on fire, and if you move a little bit to your left, you might literally be on fire. Oh, so 18 points damage. Alright, he had 1 hit point left.
Ah!
He is well and truly deceased.
Quarterback is toast.
Can I keep his scalp relatively intact?
Sure. He is gone. Alright, I am going to, at this point, make a roll.
As I charge, sorry, I know not actual charge rules, but I yelled either Sir Kruber or kneel before Kruber.
Sure. Either you yelled Sir Kruber or kneel before Kruber, or you chose one of those two. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I went full Kruber.
You have slain the large orc warrior. Alright, the unfortunate thing for you is that it's starting to arouse the attention of the larger orc.
Mm-hmm.
The other orc seems a bit put out and perturbed, the one with the bow, at the death of the warrior, but he's still fighting on. Lenser is up.
Okay, Lensa is going to try to shoot the other archer again.
Sure.
I think gonna stick with that as a strategy.
Ow, my back, Carillion.
Oh, that's pretty strong. That's a strong.
Okay, fine,
Yep.
fine.
What's the damage on it?
So her bow, it does 1d8 damage. Normally it would do 1d8 plus 1, but her strength modifier is -1.
Oh, okay. 1d8 plus 0. Roll. 6. Solid.
Nice.
Alright. The arrow strikes true.
Weiss.
He is quite upset by that. It hits him in the shoulder, and he lets out a howl of pain. Caradwin.
Caradwin, I think it's time for a sleep spell.
Yeah.
What does everyone else think?
Sure. I mean,
Hey, if it can
do
make
what you can do, man.
Well, I don't see what else. Well, this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
I'm not disagreeing. If you want to use a sleep spell, use a sleep spell. Where are you going to put it?
Sleep
I'm
spell.
just.
She just rolls to see how many hit dice that she can affect.
Mm-hmm.
So, it is for sleep. Excuse me. Pulling up the spell now. Alright. So she rolls 2d8. That's how many hit
Ooh.
dice she can affect.
Wow.
Okay. Now, does she need line of sight to it?
She has line of sight to all of them.
Okay. So 2d8.
he's
Huh?
that tall.
And it is mostly collapsed, and yes, he's come out from the opening.
All right. So am I rolling that the number of hit dice?
2d8.
Yeah.
Yep, that's how many hit dice you can affect.
Let's do
Come
it.
on. Oh, not
10,
snake
yeah.
eyes.
She can only see 2 alive orcs at the moment. I take it she is targeting both.
Yup.
All right. It affects the weaker ones first.
Mhm.
All right. So let's what are we gonna do with that? We will give him the snail.
Ah, nice. I was just going to type Zeds on him.
All right. They have both. They both yawn and then slump to the
Hey,
ground.
snap.
How long does that last?
A long time.
Until they're woken up.
It depends. So roll 2d, roll 4d4, and that's how long it's going to last in turns. And a turn is 10 minutes.
4.
Ooh. And I
Oh.
assume per
120 minutes.
future.
2 hours.
Okay. I assume per future editions, being attacked, taking damage would rouse someone from a magically induced sleep.
Correct. You can instantly slay someone with a sharp weapon if they are magically asleep.
Oh. So I could coup de grace a big boy.
You can coup de
Yes.
grace big boy.
Do it.
Yep.
Well, it's not my turn yet.
Indeed.
At this point, we're going to drop out of the initiative.
Cool. I'm coup de gracing big boy then.
All right.
I'll coup de grace short bow.
All right. You
Nice.
slay them both. They are dead.
Nice. And
I'm
I pick up my
like-
chakram. And Curtis picks up a chakram.
Cool.
Are you taking the orc
That's a
head?
lie.
Well, yes, there's bounty involved.
There is.
We should probably check to see if there are some orcs in these huts. Can we just quickly
That too.
do that before we start the looting? You know, like
Agreed.
area.
I started with the murder.
Yes. Oh,
My
I
priorities
totally
are right.
agreed with the murder. The murder was legit. I'm not disagreeing with that. But now, I just want to check to make sure there's no orcs in these huts.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And there are no orcs in the huts, but you find that there are probably personal effects, and by that I mean, stuff they've stolen, sleeping areas. They're not really. Well, you got orc head. Sleeping areas, scraps of favourite bits of fur or bone, etc. Because they're pretty feral creatures. For at least maybe close to 20 orcs.
Okay.
And that's in just the 5 smaller tents that remain, not the large tent.
Right. Let's very quickly lop off their heads and get out of here.
I think we should torch the other tents.
Yeah, but can we do that when we leave? Because it's
Oh,
going to
yeah,
make
yeah, yeah.
heaps of smoke going
Yeah,
up in the
there
air.
is thick, oily black smoke coming up from the larger tent.
Heads! Go get the heads.
Heads and vamoose.
Well, yeah. Can I also take the throwing sticks? Because they sound good. And a short bow.
You can.
Or is the short bow, like, awful?
It's an orc bow, but,
Yeah,
you know...
I mean, I'm an orc. That seems
That's
fine.
right. You are as close to an orc as you can get without actually being...
Being an orc, yeah. How many arrows does he have?
He's got 12 on him.
Nice.
But if you want, when you're looking through the tents, you can find various bits and pieces. You can find a handful of cleavers and orc blades and clubs and quivers of arrows and the like.
And
Oh, quivers of arrows.
None of
Alan,
Like some arrows.
Alan can help you with another arrow.
None of them are
Yeah, right here.
particularly nice, aesthetic, or well made, but they are, you know, they work.
Sweet.
Like Carillion says. I can't remember the exact quote, but you get the idea.
So if I collect the arrows that I come across, how many do I find?
You can probably find a total of 60 arrows.
That is a lot. I like it.
I made it prettier.
All right. So if we collect the heads, should we get out of here? Did anybody want
Yep.
the giant axe that the dude was carrying?
I suppose we'd carry it.
Nah.
I actually have a quarterstaff, so I'll upgrade to that axe if nobody else wants it. That's all.
Yeah, actually, if you want that, go for it.
Sweet. What was
Was
it?
there any other any other items of interest in the tents? Should we roll a search, like a very quick search, or just
Orcs.
do we want to skedaddle?
It all depends how long you
Skedaddle.
want to spend. Orcs do
Skedaddle.
not tend to, you know, collect items other than weapons and armor and stuff like that, most of which they will carry. Speaking of which, this axe, you know, Mark, and you all know, orcs don't make things other than really crappy stuff. This orc, this orc was clearly carrying an axe that was not made by an orc. It's not an exceptional quality axe, but it is a decent piece of killing equipment.
Exceptionally non-orcish.
Yeah.
Question.
Yep.
Had anyone else noticed this guy? He has no pants.
He
Yeah,
has
they
no
were-
pants, correct.
And doing other stuff to them, unfortunately. They're savages.
I put him in just for you, Dan.
Took me that long to notice him. But then again, I started with the murder.
The axe for your interest is a two-handed axe, which will do 1d10 damage.
Ooh,
It's a cutting
Shame.
weapon.
that's fat.
Yep.
It's better than a quarterstaff.
It is.
So upgrade. This guy's mail that he's wearing, does that actually look any good?
It's old, mostly rusted, pitted.
No, I'll stick with my landmark.
It smells because, you know, he's never probably taken it off in all the time he's...
I mean, can it be any worse than mine? But yes.
Yes, it can.
Yes, it
It can be. It's not.
Dude, have some pride. All right, let's get out of here.
Yep.
We put the heads in one of the sacks that I'm carrying, because I am carrying some sacks.
As am I.
And on the donkey's backpack, and let's get out of here.
Alright, so you meet up with Magnus. He was about a mile away. He is looking a little bit concerned. He is actually, when you meet up with him, he has an injury,
Oh, no.
Oh.
and he has slain an orc.
Oh,
An orc jumped him, but thankfully it was a small runty orc, but it did manage to stick him with a knife.
How badly injured?
He's okay. He's
Do we
also-
think we should roll him anyway?
He's a cleric.
good.
All right. Let's.
So we're not going to roll him? Fine.
Healing's good, I hear.
He's a friend. Not rolling the friend.
Now, why would the half-orc be, no, he's our friend, don't roll him?
But that means that you have another orc head.
Sweet. How many orc heads did we get, Alice?
We want
I'm also curious
3
if I can
plebs,
cut
3
mine.
plebs and 3
short
big...
bow, great axe, great club,
Yep.
and and an ambushing pleb.
That's a total of 7 orcs.
7 heads.
I can't cut my giant scalp into like 3 smaller scalps.
No, unfortunately not.
Fair.
They don't really
Sad,
have.
but fair.
They don't really have, like full heads of hair. They have hair grow where it may. Their bodies are covered in a thick, coarsey grey hair,
So they should have put out a bounty on nose tufts instead.
perhaps. But anyway, you guys are about where the H is in the Arashore, or the A in the Arashore Valley, the second A, somewhere in the middle. Yeah, around about there. There is thick, roiling black
I reckon we'll go
smoke,
this way.
and you can
Yeah.
hear. You can
To the
hear
hills!
you can hear off in the distance the howling yelps of orc challengers.
Yup.
Oh, no. This way. Run away.
Sure,
Yep.
We'll lose them in the foothills.
you got some distance before you reach those
Yep.
foothills.
Yeah,
Well, let's hightail
time
it.
for a forced march.
All right, you start moving as fast as your donkeys will travel.
Did we come across streams that we want to try going down to throw off the scent, or we just want to hightail it?
Well, once we
quick
get
as we
into
can.
once we get into the hills, that's where the water will be. Like, well, that's where we'll be able to follow a stream.
Yeah, there is water in the Arashore Valley. It tends to be only small things like what you saw before, creeks and high water tables and kind of swampy little sections, etc. For the most part, there's nothing which is going to be really particularly large, deep, or fast moving.
Okay.
I'm not sure we're ninja enough. Because, Alice is just like a person in heavy armor. Tromping around.
So is Jaquan.
As am I.
Well,
Oh,
medium
that's all
armor
right.
more than heavy, but yeah, still breast
Yeah.
and fold, I
No,
believe
no,
they both
terribly
wear.
subtle.
Yeah, so...
And you have 2 donkeys.
yeah.
And you have
Into the hills and escape.
and you have a dwarf in a male hauberk.
Oh.
All
Come
right.
on, Dwarfy.
The howls and the yells of the orcs will be getting closer at one stage, and then they seem to fade off a little bit, and you think you're starting to put some distance between you and them. It's quite likely that they have returned to the camp, you think. There seems to be quite the number of them, but they echo and they bounce, perhaps exaggerating the numbers that there could be. You're not quite sure, but it does sound like you have perhaps initiated a war,
Eh,
to put it
it's gonna
mildly.
happen.
And by the time that the sun is descending, which is a little bit early here in the valley because it's going behind the peaks, you will have just touched down at the foothills.
Cool. I suggest no
About-
campfire tonight.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a cold camp.
Alright. Are you
Yep.
guys doing anything in particular for watching?
I am
had
taking the
previously, yeah, I have the order from
first. Yeah,
like
okay,
previous
same order.
of Mark, Jaquan, Hypatia, Magnus, Lenser, and Caradon. Are you still doing a single watch?
Yes,
Cool.
Yeah.
is my vote.
Yeah.
Okay. We could do double watches and then have less watches. We'd have to sleep for like 12 hours then, though, instead of less.
Yeah, I'd rather.
Never mind. Single watches. Do it faster.
Sure.
Yeah.
The night will pass. You will not be attacked by anything. You will hear off in the distance the sound of the orcs as they're yelling hither and thither across the valley. It sounds like the hunt is on. There is a bit of a hue and cry. They are pursuing you, obviously. But nothing will disturb your camp or indeed get close enough to cause you any concern during the night. The sun will rise in the morning, the clerics and the elf can prepare their spells. I'm assuming that Kerodwin will prepare sleep again because it is totally OP.
Well, also, if we're having problems drifting off, it's just an easy solution that's not a dick.
It's a fantastic solution. It's really good. She could go into business for curing insomnia. Absolutely.
Oh, so jealous.
So, by the way, you had one heal spell left. Did you wish to cast it before you went to sleep at night? Magnus
I'll
healed
cast it
himself.
before praying. In the morning, if that's possible. Is that something I can do, or do I get spells when I wake up?
When you wake up, you meditate for an hour, at which point you get spells.
Okay, I guess, yeah. Before I go to sleep, then I will heal...
Zell. Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, right, because Zell's also injured. That's okay. I actually have 2 heals, because I get 3 at first level. That's right.
Oh,
That's
you
amazing.
do too. The other thing is that you will each heal overnight, because you'll get a decent rest. You heal 10% of your hit points rounded up, your maximum hit points.
Okay,
rounded
so
up.
Zell doesn't need one then.
Cool.
Yeah.
No. So, yeah, actually you probably will all be okay. You don't probably need to cast any spells.
Well, technically Lenza heals 0.4, which...
Rounded up, I said.
Oh, okay. Very well, as long as points round up. Very
Yep.
well. Yep, cool. Well then, very well. Good job.
Cool.
Ninja away.
So, you have the edge of the Arashor Valley to leave. The orcs are behind. The Valley of the Obelisks is in front. You will notice, though, when you start getting ready to go in the morning, that one of the donkeys is walking a bit funny. It looks like it may have injured a leg in your rush during the day.
Oh no. That's not
Also-
good, I guess. Well,
Al, are you still there?
Yep.
I've lost the image on your name.
That's weird.
Alright,
That's good.
so can I heal the
That
donkey?
sometimes happens. You can heal
Okay.
the donkey.
Alright, I will heal the donkey because we need to go at full speed.
Sure.
So you're full assing this?
Yes, we're full assing this. Full assing.
It's an assignation.
Alright, you can heal the donkey and it will be moving freely afterwards, not a problem. The rest of the day,
Slightly more.
the rest of the day and that evening will be fine, and you will get out of the Arashor Valley. You can set your watches again. Are you doing anything in particular? You think you have left the pursuit behind, but it doesn't mean that they will not attack at somewhere, somehow, in the future.
Are we sort of here then?
No, you're more down here. Instead of going through the peaks, which would take you
Okay.
a long time, you came into the Arashor Valley that way, so you kind of went around up here.
Okay. Do we want to collect a little bit of extra wood? Because I seem to recall there being some wolves around.
Yeah, there's the wolves in the ice foxes from the Grove of the Icicles, and there is also wolves that just inhabit the plains.
Yeah, okay. Well, we can do that while we're traveling. If this is before-
No. Gray was just saying, were we doing anything different? And having some extra burning brands available was
Yeah.
my...
Yeah, seems
Yes.
legit. And I might look for strange and rare herbs in this area, because what are the chances that we come back here anytime soon? Maybe there's like herbs around. I'm a
How
herbalist.
hard are you looking?
Not very hard, just, having a bit of a poke around the campsite before we go to...
And I will be back in a minute.
No problems. Alright, so you believe that there are telltale signs that you could probably get some herbs here, but at the moment, with the hue and cry behind you, you don't have the time to forage successfully. But if you came back here at some stage, yeah, you might be able to find something of value.
Excellent.
The camp that you can set, I assume, since you gathered wood and you believe the pursuit has left you, at least you can't hear it anymore. Are you setting a cold or warm camp
Well, we want the warm camp for the
for the wolves?
yeah.
Sure. Alright. That night will pass uneventfully. There's no wolves, there's no orcs, there's no anything which will disrupt you. So you can start heading into the valley proper. Where are you headed towards? You came from Hemulak, but Hemulak is the further.
We may as well go to Stump Flat.
Sure. So
All
about
right.
30 miles, give or take.
Yeah.
It will take you 2 days to travel to Stump Flat. So you have travelled 1, 2, 3, another 4 days. So have you guys been keeping track of food? You can remove 4 days worth of food for the trip from Arashore Valley to Stump Flat. I will remove it from Ceridwen and Lensa.
That's bad. I'm almost out of food.
I'm about halfway. Let me see if I actually got in my actual sheet.
Huh.
Yep, Ceridwen is almost out as well.
If we noted that down in our sheet, what do we actually note that down?
So,
It should be an equipment item.
yep, let's have a look. If I open up your character sheet and have a look at you, you didn't buy any equipment except for weapons and armor.
Oh, right, that area. Okay, I did actually buy equipment, and I had no idea what to note down, so I'll fix that now.
Is
Cool,
it an
no worries.
attribute ability?
So
for the-
you'll see one of the things is where it's got quantity. I'm not using that for quantity. So quantity is actually the
Encumbrance.
encumbrance. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So you will get to Stump Flat after approximately 4 days. Well, after 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Stump Flat, a village of approximately 200 people. You travelled here on the way to Hemulak when you left Sumberton. It has a small garrison. It has about 10 members of the Sumberton militia.
Should probably tell them about our adventures.
Yes, we should tell them about the orcs.
We're still going to hand in our whatchamacallit.
No, we got to do that at Sumberton, not at Stump Flat.
No, you can do that wherever there's a garrison.
Oh, can you?
That's good.
If you wish to claim bounty, yeah, anywhere where there's a garrison, you can go and do it. This is a large farming village. The town has a racetrack that goes around the outside. For the most part, the town is small. It's only got a handful of buildings because it's a farming village. The farms are spread out around the outskirts, etc. The village itself or the town itself is only small. Yeah, but you can definitely go find the garrison at Stump Flat, and you can hand in the heads.
And can we hand in our writ to find out if there were orcs there and report on it and get the reward?
If you ask them about that, and the member of the garrison that you were talking to, I just got a message saying the connection to the server has been interrupted.
Oh, that's rubbish.
It seems to have gone now. They will tell you to return that to somebody because they will want that information. That's where you were given that task or that mission. The garrison member you're seeing here is an older gentleman, large mutton chops, kind of a surly disposition, balding, smoking a pipe when you're talking to him, and drinking from a glass of wine. Seems to be an old campaigner who doesn't really care too much at the moment, but he will take the orc heads from you, and then he will count out 70 coins of gold and push them across the table towards you, 10 gold per head.
Nice.
Nice.
He is looking Mark up and down. And you remember the last time you were here, the garrison members did pay close attention to you as well.
Hello, my name is Mark. I am a devoted servant to the 8 gods.
Uh-huh. He'll look you up and down a bit more. Fair enough. Takes a bit of a suck on his pipe, then a gulp of his wine, and then he exhales a greyish blue mist in your face.
Mm.
Gandalf.
He is nowhere near refined enough for that.
I just came in on the pipe smoking.
Anyway, Hypatia, would you mind doing some shopping for us in town? I need more trail
Are
rations.
we in Stump?
You are.
Sure.
You are in a stump flat.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we're after rations.
Yeah, we can buy fresh rations since we're just walking to Sumberton.
You can.
Yeah.
You do not have to get preserved. You can get unpreserved, which will not last as long, but will be a lot more tasty.
Yeah.
And cheaper. It's win-win. It's a win-win for all concerned.
Well, you didn't talk to anyone, so generally that's a win.
Exactly.
2 silvers a day.
Do we have that kind of money?
We just
You
got
do.
70 gold for
I'll be
killing
back. I'm just going to
orcs.
be back in a moment. My dog is barking.
Alright.
Cool.
So we've been walking for 4 days, so I've got this many rations remaining.
But trail rations cost 5 silver a day, whereas
Yeah, fresh
non-trail
rations.
costs 2. So if we
were
buy
walking
like
for 4 days. Sorry, how many days walking have we done all up then? Like 8?
no,
no.
it
I'm going to
was
assume it was right from last time, so I
Yeah,
have some
it's
trail
4
rations.
from last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd already taken 2 off my trail rations. I think I started with 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm down to 1.
Also,
Okay.
while Grail's away, he's still recording, so feel free to say whatever you want him to hear later.
I
Alright.
met her at the Sailor's Armor while down by the docks. Full of prostitutes and deviants and fellas wearing frocks. Anyway,
And that is how baby sardines are born.
I was just going to talk about the unvisited isle.
and I might buy some, or ask you to buy me some trail rations at the same time, if that's okay.
Sure. So, okay, so let's have a quick look. We're at Stump Flat. So you reckon 2 days worth of rations?
Yeah. Let's have a look. What's the distance? About 2 days. Yeah, 2 days.
All right, I've taken the money off myself for the trail rations. If you would pay for enough food for everybody with regular rations out of the 70 gold, that would be great. That's right, you'll
Sure.
become the treasurer as per usual, unless you want donkey overtime to carry the money.
Oh, I thought we were making Donkey over the time the treasurer, which I will vote for. Don't know why you're laughing at. He has more charisma than you do.
Obviously, that's a donkey.
All right.
Just saying, they look at the
rations,
pair of you and
unpreserved per
one
day,
of you
2
gets
silver
the
each.
response.
So
Nice ass.
4 days for everybody. We have what? 6 in the party.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So that's 12 silver. So 1.2 gold.
Mhm.
Well, if it's at market, so I should make my
Economics check.
hey, we're adventurers, as we've been saving you from the dangers of the wild or something. And my response is -1.
I'm reminded why I'm the party face. IRL.
Yup. You sure are.
5.
Okay, well, how do they like my whatever's? I don't know.
His hard negotiating skills. Will they
Right.
sell them to him for price?
Yep.
Perfect.
Excellent. All right, so we currently have 68.8 gold.
Yep. All right, let's roll to Sumbleton.
Yep.
If you guys want to stay around for a day, the general store clerk or shopkeeper will say to you, Hapasha, tomorrow is the day for the weekly horse races.
Just, are you saying there might be a bit of coin to be passed around in terms of bets, or is it just a nice day to hang out?
Bit of both. The races of the flat, they attract visitors from all over. Sometimes we even get hoity-toities from Somerton come up here, and wagers are placed and wagers are won. Sometimes they're lost.
Sounds fascinating. Perhaps I shall. I sort of motion the party for Huddle and say, "We were being chased by. We're being hunted by the orcs. Are we sure we've shaken them off?"
What does that matter at this point?
Well, it'd be nice to not to condemn a small farming town to some sort of attack, and then a bunch of 4, possibly 5 adventurers have to retrieve the survivors and free them.
I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, I think your thought of the orcs wandering up to Stump Flat, going, "What ho, fellows," as they adjust their monocles. "I don't think they're in there anymore. Let's go around, shall we? Don't want to cause a bother."
Well,
seems
that's
less likely.
Yeah, that's precisely the point. I don't think they'll go around.
Well, I don't think
but
they'll
we're
pursue
here
us. Like, if they wanted to raid into the lands, they'd just raid into the lands. There's
If
us
they're
killing
coming
some of
after
them
us,
has only done good stuff for them.
and us having come here means if they're coming for us, hey, maybe we should have avoided Stump Flat was something we should have done before we went into Stump Flat.
Nah. There are people. How big's the garrison here?
10.
10. Oh, dang it. Well, the best thing to do is to go to Sumberton and tell them about the orcs, and hopefully they'll reinforce the garrison there.
That was
send
your mission.
Yeah, or send out a party to. So our best course of action is to get to Sumberton as soon as possible.
Indeed, and if Al wants to stay and gamble,
information only devalues over time. So
Yeah,
like most things.
sounds good to me. For some reason, that half orc is making sense. I'm agreeing with him. Let's go.
Most things.
I politely decline
Plutonium.
the shopkeeper's offer as we are in somewhat of a hurry. Maybe next time.
Just think, in the distant future, we won't know that there are more than one galaxy because they'll be so far away that the light won't pass from one to another. Dun dun dun.
We'll be able to work out from first principles that Hera's teeth must have splashed more than one drop of milk.
Sure.
I learned that the other day.
The 6 of you and your 2 donkeys can head from Stump Flat and make your way to Sumberton. There is an inordinate number of people on the road heading to Stump Flat.
Mix some salt with some water and rinse.
Yep, so they're going for the races. Are there
Most
any
likely going for the
hoity-toities?
Should we actually tell the garrison that we were being pursued by orcs? Just a thought.
We did.
go.
We told them our story.
Okay, good.
Have a lovely lady.
Really?
So I can't help it.
Who is bringing up
You
3 very
can.
lovely girls.
Quick, to Sumberton!
To Summerton. Da-da-da-da.
Yep.
Yeah.
As I said, there was an inordinate number of people on the road, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there was a migration from Summerton to Stumpflat, just more than you would normally see. There were a couple hoity-toity-ish people. You did notice the more perceptive among you.
Not me.
Well, not me.
I have fight wisdom, I guess, maybe.
Yeah,
I noticed stuff.
Yeah, you notice stuff. Where am I? That's what I want. You notice this fellow on the road.
What a swell lad.
He sees you,
Yeah, that's
and he tries to duck and weave and get into the mill of people and avoid you at all costs.
I point him out and chuckle bellow loudly. Ha ha! Little pickpocket fellow! I can still see you, for I am very tall.
Alright. When you say that, the few people around on the road start looking around, what's going on. And
That one, the small one.
he scowls at you and does not look particularly happy at all. And he says, I don't know what they're talking about. That man owes me money. He lost it in a game of cards. And now he's just trying to cast derision upon me. And
Well,
If I owe you money, then why is there that man's ring in your pocket?
yeah. Better check your purses.
At which point he's going to duck and weave and run as fast as he can away from everybody, and he will blend in pretty much and avoid you after that.
I will make one final parting shot of, yes, go little gingerbread man.
I laugh heartily.
All right.
Pickpockets.
You can reach Stumberton then. It will take you the 2 days worth of food to get there. And
Ooh, this beef. It's so not dry, and it barely needs to be soaked to remove the salt.
the guards at Summerton will see you coming. They will let you in. They will nod. One of them will step forward when Mark approaches, and the other one will put his hand on his shoulder. No, we've seen this one before. He's just ugly.
So ugly.
That's what? Thought he was an orc then. No. He's just one of those, degenerate baby boys.
Trust me, having travelled with him, it does not get better. There are some smells your nose does not adjust to.
When you when you get to the northern gate,
We
Magnus
make him set his own privy.
Magnus will move up to the guards and he'll start having a hushed and whispered conversation with one of them about something. He seems to be a little bit concerned. He will scratch his beard a little bit, and he will come back to the group muttering under his breath.
I will take out the halfling pickpocket from my pocket and pass him to him, asking if this makes him feel better.
I asked Magnus what's going on.
Fine, do it your way.
Yeah, I know.
Just problems with family up near Krokar.
That must be hard, right, Mark? I mean, yes, to have family to have problems with. That sounds... yeah.
I think I'm going to have to part ways with you here for the moment at least, and head off to Krokar to see if I can sort out what's going on.
Very well, why don't you pass us your orc scalp, and we will hang on to that for you.
You have already claimed the money for the
Yeah.
orcs that you have slain.
Yeah, you should give him his cut.
Should we? Yeah, fine.
Well, we should at least give him 10 gold from his orc head.
What? Hang on, did you guys split that equally? My orc heads were way larger.
No. It was a group effort.
Yeah, so everyone
Was it
gets
a group effort? I'm just saying.
Yes.
I
11 gold,
planned,
6
I
silver,
killed the two
and
big
6
ones.
copper, I guess.
One of
I
those
think we'll find
orcs
that the
was
sleep
7 copper.
one of those orcs was killed by another orc.
Yes.
You only give him
Also
money?
true.
Yes! I think we should send Magnus off to find him and give him the money.
Just give Magnus his 10 gold.
Sure. Done.
That's fair. Alright.
All right.
Oh.
I assume I can
there we
close down the halfling pickpocket image.
Yes. Is it still open? Is it?
Yep.
It is until individuals close them.
Okay.
Cool.
I'd already closed
Yep.
mine.
All right.
Let's go to the keep.
This is the gate you guys come in. All right. You can wander over towards the keep. It is about midday by the time you get there. There is a bit of a general bustle going on around the gates to the keep. There are soldiers practicing. There are a few other adventurers milling about, talking. You can see that there is a paymaster at the front, arguing.
I will
quite
have my eyes longingly follow him.
The paymaster is arguing quite strongly with an adventurer.
Ooh.
It looks like the adventurer is claiming that they owed more money than the paymaster is willing to give. Eventually, after maybe about 10 minutes or so of this arguing, the paymaster just shakes his head, motions for a guard or a member of the garrison to come over and escort the man away.
Nice.
The adventurer, who is a human male in a male shirt and has an arming sword and a buckler, the buckler's just hooked onto his belt, he will fire off a few choice parting shots, but will throw his hands up in the air in defeat and will wander off.
I throw him a cardboard roll and tell him that's a noob tube.
Oh,
Right.
Oh,
No,
what a waste of cardboard!
right. That's the main reason I'm not. Hey, Party Face, do you want to lead off for us?
party.
Sure, I go find Sarge.
Oh no, I was talking to Mark.
The face that launched 1,000 ships to
It
their
never says
To
which
get away.
direction.
away.
Straight to the underworld.
The paymaster will notice you anyway, and he will stand
Hello.
up. He will stand up. He will tap out his pipe. He will refill it. Won't light it. He just starts sucking on.
Gandalf.
What are you here for? Are you here for money? And who
Sure.
is this Gandalf you talk of?
We're here to hand in our writ.
Now
Right.
there's a guy
Wait.
who knows how to blow a pipe.
Indeed, we have this this writ issued by one of the sergeant. I presume it was the sergeant here. My notes say blah 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah.
That's
blah.
a weird name for a sergeant, but I like it.
Yeah, no, there was the we did talk to a sarge, and yeah, we have proof of
Well, we
that.
have a writ, so yeah.
Yeah, we have a writ,
The
and we
paymaster
can
will
report
look it up and
report
down.
back.
All right. So have you spoken to the sergeant to get him to sign off on it?
Well, not yet, so we might go find the sergeant. Excuse
Sergeant,
us.
All right.
Sergeant Caleb Gamlin, it was.
Right.
Do you know to be where he is?
I believe he is on duty at the moment. Hang on a second. And he will motion one of the other soldiers, take them to Sergeant Gamlin. Yes, sir. And he will take you into the keep and through the training soldiers,
Hey.
past the infirmary.
Oh, nice.
And-
Do we see that guy?
Al,
And-
what's your character's name again?
Hypatia.
Hypatia. I will nudge Hypatia and say I feel man as we enter the keep. And then we'll chuckle obnoxiously for at least a couple of minutes afterwards.
Alright, so you're
Okay,
really not
excellent.
in the keep itself, you're just kind of in the keep's grounds. And,
Right.
and Sergeant Caleb Gamlin will come over after he sees you. Yes, remind me again what you were doing?
We were investigating reports of orcs in the Arashal Valley.
Yes.
As you can see here from this lovely
We can-
writ you made for us.
Yeah. But we have to actually tell them what happened. So we can confirm that there was the a presence of 5 large tents. Small tents of orcs, 1 large tent of orcs.
The one
like
tent
there were-
that we discovered and investigated.
Yeah, looked like there were at least 20 orcs living there. We slew 7 of them before retreating.
Including 2
Mutant orcs.
significant size and prowess.
Yes, and we made. Did we even burn some of their supplies, or we just add insult to injury?
Yeah, we burnt some of their stuff.
Yeah.
We didn't burn all the tents. We just burnt 1 tent. But that's still a tent.
Alright, give me the writ for a second. And he will get a pen and some ink from a nearby desk, and he will mark off on it, and he'll put down that you are to be paid 100 gold for the service.
Ooh, Hypatia,
Sweet.
did you want to warn him of your concerns that we and there might be an orc going to stump flat?
Indeed. So we do mention we hand in the bounties for the orcs at Stump Flat to Sarge 2 days from retirement. So that and we were being followed at some point by the orcs, but that we aren't sure if they have continued their pursuit.
But they might be thinking about raiding.
Yeah.
Like they were building.
Yeah, we informed Sergeant 2 days from retirement about it.
At stump flat.
Yes.
Yes. I think I know the one you're talking about. That would
Sergeant Glover.
Sure. Sergeant Glover.
Sorry,
is...
Sergeant Murtaugh.
Yeah,
Let's just make it more obvious.
Sergeant Murtaugh it is. Right, yes. No, he's actually a very good and efficient operator. He's just, a grumpy old man, but thank you. Okay. You believe that they may be coming into the valley? You killed close to a third of them?
that we saw
That you
in
saw?
that one.
Yeah,
Well,
there may be more camps.
Numerically, yes, but in terms of manpower, it seems to have been more of a load.
Well, we cut off their head.
Maybe.
Well, the head we
They
could
were
see.
out. Yeah, the head we could see. They might have been the dregs.
And then we sold it.
Okay, take this back to the paymaster. Good work. If you're interested in more, after
We
you
are.
when do you want to start some more work?
We'd like a day or two to wash the dust from our throats and feet.
Alright, I'll tell you what. Instead of coming to the notice board, come and see me directly next time you want some work.
Sounds
Will
good.
do.
Thanks,
Can we get
Sarge.
some kind of hall pass to allow us in?
We have a
I'll-
patient.
I'll organise it, so it should be good.
Cool.
Thank you very much for your efforts. Fantastic work.
We all must have a
Everyone's-
sword.
Weren't there 6 of you before? Did you lose someone in the...
Oh, one of our number had apparently some family issues he had to tend to, sadly. So he may rejoin us later. We'll see.
It was the dwarf, wasn't it?
Yes.
Well,
Madness.
I don't see race.
He
Except for
headed...
very
He
small,
was very short.
Very wide.
pockety halflings.
He didn't head to Krokar, did he?
Indeed.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, hear anything going on around there?
Kroko is a mining town. Most of the residents there, unlike the rest of the valley, they're dwarf and gnome, and the town, for the most part, is underground. And they have had some issues there lately. I believe there is some family issues between some of the dwarven clans and it's potentially going to spiral out of control. We've sent some envoys there, and there is a garrison above ground, but due to the concerns that we have,
I thought that Mayor Iron Founderson was bringing peace amongst the various factions.
no, it's gotten worse recently. I think something to do with what it's like over a woman.
Oh,
Someone wants to marry into the wrong family, and
yes.
it's caused some political concerns.
That wouldn't be the famous dwarven maid Rihanna that we have heard so much of, would it?
No, unfortunately not. But anyway, take the time to relax, get some ale
Indeed.
into you, some good food, not some those trail rations, and when you're ready to earn some more coin, come and see me.
Will do.
Indeed.
Excellent.
I assume you guys are fine if we have a day or two's downtime.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely. I mean, Mark has to find some more small children to scare.
They're easily congregated in schools for him.
True, but that's just us.
Email title.
Yep.
I actually want to go see that alchemist and pick up some.
Sure, you
I
wanna
wanted
cash
to go
yourself
to
in?
the alchemist with Mark as well.
This one.
Yeah. See how he's going.
Find out.
In a hate crime kind of way, or
Oh, he could cure me one day.
I can offer you the same cure he can at half the price.
May have slight side effects, including death.
No.
Maybe. While my character is ailing, I am going to go and beverage as well.
Sure, no worries. So, you're going to Chimera Inc.
Yes,
Limited.
come with me,
Chimera
Hypatia.
Limited.
Keep me alive.
Sure. Yes. Yes, that would be helpful. Alright. The Alchemist.
Alright. So, the Alchemist.
Yeah, I'm just going to ask him if he has any poison for sale, and also how he's going.
He sees you and he gets all excited and he gets up from his workbench. The half orc. I've been doing some very interesting experiments on the blood that I bought off you. Yes, yes, it was most amusing. I actually have distilled quite a deal of interesting properties from it. Yes. Are you sure that you're not for sale?
Yes, still not for sale.
Yes, he's more used to it. He's no use to us dead.
I'm in the service of the gods.
Oh, yes, the gods, yes. Yes, all praise the aid, because we don't want to see them rain more fire down upon us, do we? That was a nasty thing.
I try to say that I try to suppress a which McCoy snort of derision.
But my young lady, he moves to you, Hypatia. For your interest, from what I have gathered from your orcish servant here, I think I offered you 200 gold before for him. I'm quite prepared now, after these initial discoveries, to offer you 1,000.
Well,
What parts of him do you want?
There.
will they grow back? Maybe we can make this an experiment.
because I've come up with some quite astounding findings from him. Yeah, oh, yeah, most amazing. So if you want to sell him, or look, I don't have the money on me, but I could easily get it. I have assets easily worth 1,000 gold on me, and I could easily also get a loan to cover the price. But yes, 1,000 gold, a letter of credit. I could do that as well. I have very good standing with a number of the other businesses in Summerton and the surrounds.
Well,
If I
as much
was-
as you, it is a very generous offer, but unfortunately, he will. Yes, I am at this point unwilling to give up my servants.
Yes.
suggestion now.
Yeah.
You ask for any advice should something happen out on the road. What bits does he want back? So if Mark dies while we're out, does he want the liver or the skull or something
Oh,
as
Not
a?
worth as much.
according to my notes
Oh,
from
obviously not worth
from last
as
session,
much.
All right. At this point, he's going to kind of just move over to Mark and start like poking and prodding him, and he'll lean in and start sniffing as well.
Oh, big mistake!
Yeah.
Yep.
He then even seems to start.
Spray him, Mark. Spray him.
He seems to start even like growling and grunting and.
Ooh. He's speaking Orcish, right?
Well, he thinks he's speaking Orcish.
Ooh. Excellent.
And then he will move back and say, "So, yes, you're after poisons. Well, I'm an alchemist. No, I don't deal with poisons or nasty business. That would be the no, that's the kind of thing that nasty people deal with. I make explosives and things like brimstone and pleasant things.
Yes, the more direct ways of the art of death. I see. So tell me about this brimstone. What does it do?
Oh, it's a marvelous
Smells.
creation. It melts the bones and the fat and renders the body, and it kills them. It's a little spherical object, so it's a munition. I make the finest brimstone munitions in all of Summerton.
Is it something you like throw, or is it something you fire out of one of those newfangled
Oh no!
guns?
No, you ignite it and you throw it. Just make sure you don't drop it.
Yes. I imagine it would have perhaps an area of effect which you would say would not want to be. I suspect.
I know I'm not there, but how much does it cost to get it blessed?
Well, I'm just. That's a very good point. So, is there any risks in using this brimstone device, perhaps?
1, 2, 5.
Oh, no, they're incredibly safe. No, you should be fine. I've never heard of anyone complaining after using one.
Yeah.
This is the point where I make a wisdom
Someone
check to
come
see
back.
how ridiculously lying he is, or exaggerating, or just generally not telling the whole picture.
I can tell you, Al, he's never had anybody who's misused it come back to complain.
Yes.
We have a winner.
Well, depends.
So yes, I do other things as well. I've got I have some small mundane items that, well, not mundane that you would find in like a general shop or something like that. But I've got I have these eternal matches and flint and steels and the like. So it's they you can strike them. And they will always light. Like the last thing like you want when you're out doing your thing in the wild and it's raining and trying to light your fire so you can cook your meals and keep yourself warm. And all this. Are you sure you don't want to sell the orc for 1,000 gold?
I'm afraid so.
Oh. It's a very. Are you sure?
It's such a reasonable price, but I feel like we should escape now while we still can.
Okay. Anyway,
but anyway,
How about the top half?
These strikers will always light, even in the wet.
Really? How much are these strikers, as perhaps?
I sell them for 15 gold.
For like a pack of strikers?
I currently have, I believe I currently have 10 of them at the moment.
That's kind of cool.
They're good for 100 strikes before you need to replace the element.
Yeah, that's really cool. One of
Asking
them-
how much the element
Nifty.
costs.
The element's very cheap. It only costs a couple gold.
What do you reckon, guys? Is that a purchase?
Yes, get a Zippo.
All right.
Only if we're going to start going to concerts.
And Mark, he will say, I for one vial of your blood, I can give you one brimstone munition. Yes.
Check out
Deal.
the size of the vial first. Like, because otherwise, if you're
Dead.
anything like me, it's like, here's a 4-gallon, it's a vial.
Yes, yep, bring out the vial and I will fill it for you.
All right. So he goes and gets his big sharp knife from the back of his bench again, and he comes forward, his hands shaking, and
That's okay,
He clearly
I'll
doesn't
do
have
it.
a very steady. And he once before you go to take it though, he again starts moving the knife towards your neck.
No, that's okay. I can do this. I have medical training.
If you I need to get the vial, and he'll come back. He'll around a bit. And he'll come back out.
Come back here for a while.
And then he'll come back out with the vial, and yes, you could feel this. So that would be marvelous. Yeah. Didn't you have a dwarf before?
He went to see some family.
Oh,
He was off
Oh.
to see the wizard.
because I thought he was also I think he was very keen on selling you.
Well, he's not here, so therefore I'm of sole custody for him at the moment. So as such, it's my decision to not sell him. Sorry to disappoint you,
Wow.
but our decision is
Wow.
final.
Oh, okay.
You should go crazy, Az.
Well,
He's
when,
just said he has full custody.
when the half orc dies, yes, if you could bring him back. Unfortunately, when the body is not alive, then
Dead. We call that dead.
Yes. When the body is dead, it's not worth as much, obviously, especially if it has been rendered not alive in a most damaging way. I want the internal organs and the blood mostly intact. So if you could arrange that I would be most appreciative. If he's dead, you said maybe half price.
Okay. We will definitely consider that if that when the scenario when such a scenario presents itself.
I might ask you a favor as well, if you don't mind.
Hmm?
Yes. I have a mild issue with someone else in the city.
Ooh.
Really?
Yes. So I'm wondering if you could help me with it.
Perhaps. What is the nature of this? Is it a disagreement of some description?
Oh yes. Yeah, it's a mild disagreement. They were meant to pay me, and they haven't.
Hmm.
Do you want to ask who?
Yeah, sure. Who is this Renegger?
Yes.
Whoa, you can't just use that word, buddy. That's their word.
It's Ilya Markensul.
Yeah, Arkansas.
I do not remember that name.
Ilya Markensul is a halfling riverboat captain. Is the most renowned riverboat captain in Sumberton. She lives at number 20.
Hmm. Well, do we want to knock on people's doors for money that they owe people?
Literally just there.
Hmm.
She's a remarkable young lady. And word has it that she's a bit of a smuggler. So I have been holding that above her, and I don't think that she liked it. But yes, she was supposed to pay me 10.
Alan,
Yeah.
man.
What?
Why are you doing that?
Is what we're hearing.
She was supposed to pay me 10 gold, and she hasn't paid it. And yeah, if you could go and make her give me that money, I would be very appreciative. I'll pay you 20.
Okay. That seems
Interesting.
weird.
Well, then she must be a very. She must be very. Well, she must be. I don't know. I suppose we can. I suppose we could look into if the rest of the party is in agreement.
I'm happy with shaking down this riverboat captain as long as she actually owes him money.
True.
We can
I'm
find
not there, but I'll do what we need to.
Yeah.
I'll make some sort of wisdom check to see if he's missing, not telling us something.
Well, he seems a bit odd that he's going to ask you to...
Okay, I might make a
To pay
charisma.
us 20 for something that was 10?
I might make a charisma check to say, did you experience any difficulties in trying to retrieve the outstanding monies?
What?
And I'm gonna make a roll. I'm gonna make a charisma roll for that, and that's actually kind of bad.
What? No,
No.
it's a principle thing. She owes me money, and she hasn't paid, and she's refusing to pay. And
Fair enough.
I would like you to hurt her.
Yeah. Okay.
What kind of hurting?
Oh, she still needs to be a customer of mine, and if anything befalls her too badly, then we don't want the garrison on top of everybody. That's bad for business. And
Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware of this. I'm aware of this level of persuasion. I believe the term is just enough to keep him out of the healer's hut.
well, that sounds that sounds. I like that.
All right. Let's go
I
shake her
invented
down.
that now. Yeah. I have
Alright.
no problems with that.
Well, I will fill the vial of blood for him. Give him back
Cool.
his knife.
That is a vile act you have committed.
Yes.
Dudunk.
Take my brimstone munition. Yoink. And leave.
Cool.
Let's
So,
shake this lady down.
you gave that for a bang?
Yes.
That seems like the
Indeed.
opposite way.
You're in fine form tonight.
I'm a little bit tired.
All right. Well, let's get to let's retrieve the others and let's get the shakedown.
Yeah.
Do we want to retrieve the others, or do we want to just take ourselves and let the encounter that was designed, regardless of whether or not one or all of us took it. We
All
just
right.
went that.
What
Sure, the
encounter was that?
non-epic, the actual PCs.
All right,
Well,
fine.
I just thought that might be easier.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, if seriously, if it's going to be worth more trouble than us three can handle, it's not worth it.
It might not be worth it. Let's find out.
Yep.
Well, this way, when none of them turn up next session, we can play their characters and get them killed that time, having got our...
Rescuing us from jail.
Sounds like a fair thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So you can wander over to Ilya's residence.
Does it look like it has guards, or is
No,
particularly
it's
well
a-
maintained?
But it is a sizable building. There is a young male halfling playing in the front yard with a slightly older male halfling behind. The older halfling is drinking from a large mug and eating from a block of cheese every now and then. And he looks
Is
up
it
at you.
good cheese?
It's hard to tell from here, but he seems to be enjoying it. And he'll look up at you when you're approaching. More here to see Ilya for a boat ride?
Something like
Yes.
Well,
Wow, so two of us are semi-lying and one of us... Yes.
Uh-huh. Well, she's not here at the moment. She'll be probably back in maybe a couple of hours. She's out on the river at the moment.
Unacceptable.
Sure. We'll come
I'll
back
stomp
then.
into the garden.
The guard, looks to be...
The garden.
Oh, the garden. All right. He will watch you. The little halfling will wander up to you and he'll point at your big spear. And he'll say, "Spear, spear," and he'll make a stabbing motion.
Well, normally they don't ask first. That's what you really want.
Shall we
no
have a
point in-
look? Shall we head over towards the wharf? That's probably the direction she'll be coming from.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, let's go do that and see if we can encounter her on the way. Although we have no idea what she looks like. What does she look like?
Is that what you asking the guy?
No, we
Yeah.
just. I'm assuming Mr. Alchemist would have given us some sort of description.
Nope.
Well,
It'd be hard to hunt
go
down
talk
otherwise.
to him.
No, he told us where she was
Yeah.
going to be.
He said where she would be. What she look like? We'll go look for her down at the wharf.
You asking the
Yeah.
halfling? Well, she's about my height, build. She's got silvery blonde hair, tattoos.
All right. That seems to be enough to go on. We can just, say, "Are you blah blah blah?" to people who fit that description.
And then hold them upside down.
Yeah, and then we can
Quite
go
possibly.
dump them in the river.
Oh, no, I'm going to get a bad down.
Yeah, let's go have a look for her down at the wharf.
Yeah, and we'll
Yeah, we
ask
haven't been
nicely
down to the
first.
wharf.
If he doesn't, then we'll resort to cruder methods.
Exactly. Hey, what's your name, kid?
You asking the little one?
Yeah.
He seems to be a little bit concerned about you, but he will still.
Sorry?
Sorry, there's a lot of heavy breathing. He seems a bit concerned about you, but eventually he will say that his name is Kenham.
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 Kenham. Don't be having any accidents, Kenham. Go.
He's
Putting children at ease.
he seems a bit put out a little bit, and then he doesn't.
Naturally charismatic.
And then he'll giggle and he'll point up at you, at Mark, and he'll say, "You're a monster. Can I have a piggyback ride?"
Yes.
Okay, as he does that, I'm going to
Back
need to
ride!
see he's working with children in the vault.
What was that?
Sorry?
Sorry, you broke out a bit then.
I'm going to need to see he's working with children in the safety guard. And whoever issued him one, I'm going to their place of employment and burning it down.
Fair enough. If you're giving Canham a piggyback ride, he will squeal with delight. If you don't, he will pout.
No.
Your choice.
I will, and then I'll do a, you know, where
Where
you
have
hold,
we come to in role-playing?
you hold an arm and
Aaron,
leg,
are
and you
you
swing them around like an aeroplane.
Are you making the
That's the
halfling
best.
child squeal with delight?
What can I say? Kids are awesome.
There we go.
We were killing orcs earlier, and
Yeah.
now you're just giving piggyback rides.
That was like 4 or 5 days ago.
Yeah.
Good times, good times. He used to be someone.
Anyway.
Mark's decided this adventuring malarkey is too dangerous, and he's going to open up a childcare centre.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Grail,
the
you
orphanage
say that,
run by the Charisma 3 Harpole.
I will
Yes.
back him with that, and this campaign will derail significantly.
We should run an orphanage. That'd be awesome.
No, they'd attack a warlock.
Oh man.
There's no rails, so you can't
true.
derail something that doesn't exist.
It's
Oh,
a dwarf.
oh, trust
To the
us, we're
wharf.
pretty good at it.
Alright, so if you head down to the wharf and you get directions as to which wharf is most likely, because you'll see there's a few docks, etc.,
Yeah.
up and down the whole of the river. After a couple hours, yes, a large-ish boat, more like a barge with a sail, and a few oars and a large rudder, will dock. A few burly-ish looking men will get off, and a couple sour-looking women who seem to be cussing, etc., that they've had a hard day, and they glower at you guys, followed by a female halfling. Tell me if you guys can see this. Hopefully it's uploading. Come on, what are you doing? Upload.
I'm role-playing.
You are. You did that. There we go.
Oh, boots. Yes. Oh. She looks sick. I kind of want to make friends with her.
She gets off the boat, stops, looks you up and down. You're too late. I've finished for the day. What do you want?
We're here on behalf.
Just before you do we want to ask her if she's pay us 30 to break the alchemist things?
I can hear you.
That can be an offer that she makes later. We're here to collect on your debt.
What debt?
Well,
Look at that alchemist.
From what?
Yep.
From Rayasan, that old fool.
Yes.
That would be the one.
How much does he think I owe him?
10.
10 gold?
Really? You guys are just saying 10 gold? You're not like, it's 12?
I can hear you.
We'll play it straight.
Oh, I know.
For now.
Well, and he sent you around to rough me up, did he?
Well,
He said
we
he said
would
not to
prefer
put you in the ground.
We
I'm
would much
gonna
prefer
grin
to
at
without
her.
any altercation.
I'm going to grin at her and say, rough you up a little bit.
That's lucky because
Snap.
it's lucky because I'm only little. I get it.
Oh, she played along. She's got dice.
Oh, yeah.
You see, I don't owe that old idiot anything because I've never dealt with him. He is insane. So,
Well, is he insane? He wants to pay us 1,000 gold for the half-orc here.
she'll stop. She'll look the half-orc up and down. And you guys didn't
wrong
take
with-
that?
He's worth
know
at
he's worth
least 1,100.
Do you know how to haggle?
No.
Not well.
Clearly. Alright. She draws a dagger. I guess we're gonna have to get this on, are we?
What do you mean?
I make some sort of last-ditch cruiser roll to convince her to hand over the. Actually, she said he's insane. Do we have any idea whether she's just having us on or anything like that?
What do you think from your experience with the two of them?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she looks kind of shifty. Wait, I've got an idea. Let's play a game of dice for the 10 gold.
Sounds good.
I'll watch.
Sure. So do you want me to make a charisma check to convince her to do that?
Sure.
All right. Can I roll well? That is low average.
You say you want to have a dice game for the 10 gold? She laughs and she sheathes her dagger. Fine. Fine. Alright. So here are the rules. Dragons win, demons lose. If you get the ghost, I stab you in the foot.
And if she gets a ghost, we stab her in both feet?
Oh, you roll.
Ah. Wait. That means that we're losing out, though. We've got an additional risk.
Oh yeah. But you get to roll.
She's not dumb.
All right. I'll play.
I'll watch.
You like to watch.
So what am I
If
rolling?
she stabs me in the foot, I'm throwing her in the wall.
So I assume this is actually a common game?
You've never heard of it before.
Has anyone ever heard of it?
Let me see this dice.
Alright, she'll give you a set of dice. They've got some scowling dragon faces, some laughing demon faces, and one of them has a ghost on it.
Huh.
Okay.
I just want to see
ridiculous.
what the dice roll like. Do they? Can I just roll them and see what they're like? I just turn around, roll them on the
Sure.
ground a little bit.
Sure, you roll them on the ground,
Yeah. and see
and
if-
they just seem to roll like you would expect dice to normally roll.
All right. Cool. It's purely random. No problem. Yep. I'll give it a roll.
Sure.
Let's do this.
Alright. You shake them up, you roll them.
Yeah.
Alright. They all come up scowling or laughing demon faces except for one, which is a ghost.
Aw.
She laughs. Draws her dagger. Which foot do you want it in, Sunshine?
The left foot.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
She laughs again, then she sheaths her dagger. I like you, ugly.
You're the only one.
All right. Can I pay you 10 gold to pay me 10 gold?
I will give you the money to give to Raya-san, the old fool.
Why, thank you.
You're always going to lose that. The dice disappear from your hand and reappear back in hers.
Magic dice.
You adventurers aren't too sharp sometimes, but I like you. I like your moxie. She will dig into a belt pouch, pull out two coins,
Ooh.
look at them, put one back, and then flick you one of the others.
Platinum.
It's a platinum.
Nice. Well, maybe we'll do some more mutually agreeable business next time.
Yeah. Let's give her our names and where we normally. Well, I mean, she can talk to us through the sergeant at the gate if she has something for us. Probably.
Well, or we just meet her.
She may not want to go there.
I'm
Yeah.
presuming there's somewhere where we can and go meet her.
Yeah. Well, I guess she can also talk to Reyes. Leave a message there, I guess.
Sure. So, alright. If that's the conclusion of the set 2, then yes, that was the most fun I've had for some time. I do like you guys, and I think that, yeah, I've got some work for you coming up in a couple of weeks.
Excellent.
Nice.
What
forward
kind
to
of
it.
work?
Work for idiots. You know,
Suiting up.
That is my friends. What about
Hey,
someone?
as long as it pays, it's all good.
pays well and doesn't require you to think too much. So,
What about work for someone smarter like me?
Ah, so you're more of a management kind of guy.
Let's just say I actually know which end of this, and gesture to my Rancer, to use.
Ah, so you're not management then. But that's okay. Look,
Keeps the
this river's got all kinds on it, and all kinds of things come in and go out of it. And you'll note that there ain't no gates. So, look,
Indeed.
sweet.
I'm sure I can get some work for you young lads and lasses. I think I could get some work for you real good.
I lean over to the other two and say in a falsetto, might be a good time to start building a gate.
She will laugh again, and she will wander off.
Cool.
She'll give Jaquan a little pat on the thigh as she goes past him.
Well, it was always going to be a little.
Ow.
Oh,
All right, let's filter back to what's his face and cash in.
Sure. You can head back to Rayasan, the crazy half-elf alchemist. Oh, you're back. You've come to sell the half-orc now? Oh, yeah, that's marvelous.
No, we've got your money
Don't-
by Ilya.
don't get too hasty, Al.
We've completed the job for you.
Oh,
That's right.
What job was that?
You wanted us to resolve a debt that you had with the river captain.
Oh.
You were saying
yes. The halfling. She owed me 20 gold, and I was going to pay you 10 gold to collect it.
I don't believe that was the deal.
Yeah, it was actually she owed you 10 gold and you were going to pay us with a brimstone munition. I believe that was what you were saying.
Was I?
Well, weren't you? Isn't that what was happening?
Why would I give you something worth 70 gold for you collecting 10 gold?
No, I believe
Because you're bad.
We're all a little mad.
Yeah, no, I will say because you're mad.
I'll tell you what. I don't think a brimstone one is worth it. Are you sure?
Very
I'm not sure, but
What if I give you a bombard instead?
that sounds amazing.
How about a
Oh, my
trebuchet?
This is some kind of negotiating, and I am for it. 'Cause
How
I'm
about a
not-
trebuchet?
How about a trebuchet? I don't think he has those.
What's his definition of a bombard? It'd be helpful to be man portable.
It's a bombard is another type of munition, an exploding
Yeah,
one.
it's another bomb.
Also, who's in favour of renaming Hypatia man portable?
So he will go back out the back and he'll
Ain't
scrounge
no man
around for a
porting
bit.
me. Fool.
And after about 10 minutes, he'll come back out. Oh, you're here to sell the half-orc.
No.
Oh, what a shame. Well, here's the munition, and
Is it lit?
No, that would be foolish.
That would be dangerous.
Indeed it would.
You would have to be mad to do that. He says. Jaquan.
Yeah.
Here's the munition. Unfortunately, Unfortunately, it wasn't a brimstone. It was the bombard.
Excellent.
That's
All right,
okay.
Alice, did you want to note down bombard munition and hand over the 10 gold?
And I take it that you broke her legs.
We
Something
Oh
along
yes,
those
we
gave her the
ensured that-
shakedown.
Yeah,
Excellent.
we ensured that she wasn't going to owe you money again.
Wonderful. Well, then here is what I owe you, and it's marvelous doing business with you. Thank you very much. Are you sure that you won't sell
Yes,
half-orc?
yes,
Leave,
quite sure.
leave. We just leave. Leave.
Yep.
Run.
Do we have to?
Good
Do we have
day!
to leave him?
He will do a little wave afterwards. Until next time.
Is that when we're selling the half-orc?
Maybe what's left of him.
Oh.
In case of untimely death, sell to alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
Can him put it on a bracelet.
Ah, I was going to suggest a tattoo, but sure.
Did you guys want to, after we spend a couple of days down chilling, did you guys want to head over to the dungeon? What's it called? It's called.
Is that some?
It was the Lacrima Keep. No,
Oh,
wait, it was the runes of Andrasht.
Andrashal.
Andrashal. There you go.
So you're
Where,
talking
sorry?
about, if I take you, no, it's back in the, if I
Oh,
go back to
Oh yeah, the northeast.
Yes.
the ruins of Andrashal.
Oh, right.
Um,
Why were we headed there again?
There was
Oh.
previously a signed poster on the notice board at the keep that there was supposedly goblins there.
Oh,
Okay.
that's right. We're supposed to talk to the Sarge anyway. Never mind.
Yeah, let's talk to Sarge.
Yeah.
So if you're staying, are you still staying at the Sly Wink?
Yeah,
Sounds
that's
good,
the
right?
Yes.
yeah Slime Week.
That
Yeah,
was,
that sounds good.
Which was number
that was
37.
37.
There it is.
Yep, 2 silver a night.
Yep, 2 silver a night.
I think we can afford that now.
You can. You can also probably afford maybe a few other bits and pieces if you want to start looking to upgrade your equipment, such as purchasing ranged weapons for Jaquan.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed.
Did you want like a crossbow or something?
I guess. I mean, it does give me greater reach than even my Ranseur.
Well, light crossbow is 16 gold plus quarrels.
I assume it's still dex-based.
Yep.
I mean, the other option is to save up and buy a gun, because they are pretty powerful.
Yep.
Probably be better off giving me, if there's any heavy strength-based thrown weapons.
Like this chakram I've got here. Or perhaps javelin.
Yeah, some javelins, actually. Good call. Get some javelins instead.
Javelins cost 8 gold each. That you can throw them, and they do 1d6 plus 1 damage, and they will attack with your dex bonus, but they do damage with your strength bonus.
Yeah. Let's get you a couple of those.
How many javelins you want to buy me, Al?
Javelins
8 gold.
They're pretty sturdy, so unless you like more sturdy than arrows, for example, so you are going to be able to retrieve them unless you get incredibly unlucky, whereas arrows you're only really retrieving
Okay.
every
2
second.
javelins?
It's
Two
hard to
javelins?
carry
Three?
more than 3. Like, I would say 2 or 3. Really? Because they're kind of heavy.
Who it is?
Yeah.
Alright, 2 done.
Cool.
And
Whilst you're in the Sly Wink,
Sorry, that was 1d6 plus strength.
1d6 plus 1 plus strength bonus,
Yep.
and they are impaling or piercing weapons.
Piercing.
Yep. So
Medium variety.
they do triple damage on a crit.
Cool.
So whilst you are in the Sly Wink, the there are still quite a few adventurers in and around the place. The adventurers that you saw previously, those ones of renown who lost their ally Garrick, aren't in the inn. They're not here at the present. However,
I'm also fading a bit, so I'm
yeah,
not
that's
sure.
alright. I
I'll
was
be-
just going to wrap up just one or two things. However, on the morning of the second day, whilst you are breaking your fast, a short, fat little man, he's probably about 5 foot. He's human, but he's short, very fat. He will kind of wander in, look around, and he'll walk up to your table.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, can we help you? Are you lost?
G'day.
What's the weather like down there?
Don't know, don't care. But I hear that you've been making a few requests about things in town. He'll well, not in town, but to someone in particular, and he'll look to the half-orc. I think you should go see Uthra. She's the one to speak to.
What's that about, Mark?
Oh. Uthra. Which one's Uthra? Is she the Chimera?
No,
Wait.
No, that's someone else.
Uthra is the herbalist.
Ooh. I'm a herbalist. I like it.
And then he will hold out his hand.
Give him
Sure.
a gold?
He'll take the gold. He'll get a big smile on his face. She can sort you out. And he'll take it straight up to the bar.
Nice. That's a lot of beer.
And he will order a bottle of wine.
Ooh.
Somebody's got fancy pants.
Someone's gonna lose his liver. Okay, lose 1 gold.
Alright,
Dun-dun-dun.
so you might just want to make a note that of Uthra,
Yeah.
And that we gave away a gold.
and that you gave away a gold.
Where do you keep your notes, Als?
I'm actually keeping it in a Word document.
Good call.
Huh. Smart.
It is smart. You can,
Had.
yep. Cool. Alright, well, I just wanted to mention that one thing before close of play, and
Nice.
we shall call it there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Alright. Thanks.
Yeah. Catch you guys later.
Alright,
Alright.
catch us.
Awesome.
See ya.
Cheers.